Hey everyone, today I'm sharing my top 10 loadouts for Season 2 of 2025. These are the exact setups I use, organized by effective range, starting with the shortest. First up, my shotgun loadout. I'm rocking the KRM here, but you could swap it for the BY-15 or the HSO-405 if you prefer. For perks, I'm running Tactician, Gung-Ho, and Stim Shot. This combo lets me sprint while shooting, get back in the fight faster, and keep sprinting even while using the Stim Shot. For the blue perk, it's Dead Silence. It's a classic for a reason. Staying quiet lets me flank and surprise enemies, even if I'm not walking all the time. My secondary is a melee weapon, Pure Speed. Since I'm primarily using the shotgun, I don't need another ranged option. For scorestreaks, it's my go-to triple UAV setup. I use this on almost all my loadouts because constant intel is key. Operator-wise, I'm using the Annihilator. However, the misdirection device is another excellent choice with the shotgun, letting you get the drop on enemies. So pick whichever suits your style. And finally, for lethal, I use Molotovs to control space and block off choke points. My second loadout is a bit unconventional but highly effective in Search and Destroy, a speed-focused CX-9 burst build. The core idea is to leverage the CX-9 burst's incredible sprint speed, around 7 meters per second, and the fact that its small magazine isn't a major drawback in S&D. I use lightweight, gung-ho, and dead silence, combined with the stim shot. This lets me absolutely blaze across the map at the start of the round, reaching an advanced position before the enemy even knows what hit them. This often leads to an easy early pick and gives me a significant positional advantage. To complete the loadout, I use a melee weapon for maximum sprint speed, a Molotov for area denial, and the standard S&D scorestreak setup, UAV, Shock RC, and Hunter Killer Drone. It's a simple strategy but surprisingly effective. My next two loadouts are variations on a theme, built around the Fennec and the CBR4. They share a core setup but with a key difference in perk choice. Both loadouts use Quick Fix and Dead Silence. For the Fennec, I use Lightweight to maximize its already impressive sprint speed, crucial for close quarters combat. However, for the CBR4, I swap Lightweight for Skulker. This is because the CBR4 has significantly faster strafe speed, making Skulker's strafe speed boost much more valuable in maneuvering in gunfights. The rest of the setup is consistent. My trusty triple UAV scorestreak combo, a Molotov and smoke grenade for lethals and tacticals, the flash, concussion, or trophy system are all viable alternatives, and the Annihilator operator. It's a classic for a reason. For the secondary, it's usually a melee weapon for speed, but a shorty is a fun alternative. Loadouts 5 and 6 are identical, built around the PP-19 Bison in the USS-9 and centered on a powerful synergy, Overclock and Kinetic Armor. This combo is incredibly effective. Overclock drastically reduces the kinetic armor cooldown, letting me use it far more frequently, roughly every minute. This means I'm entering a significant portion of my gunfights with extra health, giving me a major advantage, while a misdirection device is another strong option. For the rest, it's my standard setup. Quick Fix, Dead Silence, triple UAVs, a Molotov, and a smoke grenade. No need to fix what isn't broken. Loadouts 7 and 8 are my go-to setups for long-range engagements. The first features the MG42, and the second uses the Type 63. While weapons like the Odin or LK24 are also solid choices, these two fit my playstyle best. The core of both loadouts is Restock, which now replenishes both lethal and tactical equipment every 15 seconds, Toughness, and because I find it invaluable, Dead Silence. However, for a more scorestreak focused approach, Hardline is probably a better choice for this playstyle. Here's where they differ. I pair the MG42 with a melee weapon for maximum mobility, while the Type 63 gets a shorty for a bit of close range backup. Beyond that, it's my standard loadout, triple UAVs, Molotov, smoke grenade, and the Annihilator. You might be noticing a pattern here. I tend to stick with what works. Finally, my 9th and 10th loadouts are both built around sniping, but with different approaches. While sniper choice is largely personal preference, I recommend the DLQ or the Tundra for their consistent performance. One loadout is focused on maximum effectiveness, using toughness and the reliable secondary, the LCAR-9. I've found it to be the most consistent overall, which is also useful for people preparing for the SPS where the shorty is banned. The other is built for a more agile, aggressive playstyle, swapping toughness for amped and pairing the sniper with either a shorty or a melee weapon for faster weapon swaps. Both loadouts share lightweight and dead silence for increased mobility and stealth. For scorestreaks, I use the standard SMG setup, UAV, Shock RC, and Hunter Killer Drone. And for equipment, it's a Semtex and Smoke Grenade. I prefer the Semtex for precise throws unlike the Molotov. And finally, a specialized loadout, my MOW Thermite build, designed specifically for taking down enemy score streaks. This is on the test loadout slot. This is all about maximum disruption. I use Tactician with EMP grenades to quickly neutralize sentry guns and SAM turrets. Cold-blooded keeps me hidden from automated score streaks, and Engineer for obvious reasons. I also carry an FHJ just in case. For the rest of the loadout, it doesn't really matter because honestly, the focus of this loadout is entirely on anti-scorestreak utility. That rounds out my top 10 personal loadouts. To see how the weapons I've chosen fit into the overall meta, check out my video on the top 10 best weapons for Season 2 and my top 10 SMGs video.